Welcome back to the only Bitcoin trading analysis you're ever going to need. Guys, we have reached a pretty important inflection point in the charts. The last levels that were given was 37,700 in terms of invalidation for the lows. We talked about this in the group pretty extensively, that we were looking to move up our market structure invalidations in terms of what we are looking for bullish or bearish to 37,700. We had made that determination on the 9th of March. We did get that move into the region last night, went just a little bit past it, but overall this did hold fairly well, and it did come in contact with, well, our sine wave here. And so this has actually been something that we've used to kind of navigate this overall larger range that Bitcoin has been in for the better part of a year. Now, eventually the correlation on this is going to break, whether it's to the upside or downside. You have to understand that, but at the same time, you have to be able to utilize the information as it's coming back to you, and it's just been very reliable. It does serve as a one-to-one in time and price as well. And so what you will notice is that historically, when price is oscillating inside the range, it will regard it as support and resistance. Anytime that you have regarded it as resistance or lost your trajectory in terms of a one-to-one unit of time and one-to-one unit of price, you get a sell-off, right? And you can see that here again, and one more time here. And we have now come down and tapped our wave, meaning that, well, we've been expecting a reversal into this area, or at least some form of a consolidation. We have not technically confirmed a reversal yet, but we are holding key market structure lows here at 37,700. We do know that we could further extend support down to 36,270, but at this point, the range has shifted, okay? So what I mean by that is we now have a new range, meaning that if we are to lose this low here and lose our trajectory up, I would expect us to challenge into the range lows here coming in around 35.6. That does put us in a precarious position. So it would be more important for me for this to hold structure here before doing anything like that. I would love to see a move up out of the price rather than down. Main reason being is if we do lose the low here at 37.7, I would expect to come down and actually challenge into these lows, maybe come down to that $32,000 level, or even 31,150. There's also support at 31,773. So there's three levels there I'd be looking at, and I would just be looking at that as kind of a zone of support for now. And then you would be asking yourself, okay, do we have targets lower? Because we absolutely do have targets lower, and we can start to maybe realize those. Now to the upside, we've had a fairly consistent range here. And you can see the point of control was coming in about 39K. If we come down to the low time frames and look at this from a local range, there was a really nice setup. We were looking for 37.7. You got a nice swing failure pattern here of the lows. You also did something that you've only done maybe 30 times since 2018. Closed outside of a specific data set, so that we knew we had an 80+% chance of rotating back up to where this level here. We had a nice NPOC. You also have some key levels that were coming in there in terms of price averages that really just kind of supported the idea that we would return over to this level. And so that's what we were looking for, and that is what we got. And I believe that's also going to be your weekly pivot here, if I recall. There it is right there at 39,157. So I would say 39,157 is a pretty important level to be hanging on to right now. And then looking for that range expansion upwards to see if we can't get a move up in the range. If we get a move up in the range, guys, I do believe I have it here. I'd be looking upwards to about 42,500, which is about our last local high, because we'd be living above the point of control. So inside of this a bit of a smaller range here, we're just looking to see if we can't get resolution. Trying to stay neutral. The easy trade was just taking the intermediate trade here from that 37,700 local pivot all the way back up to the weekly pivot and the old point of control here. And then we continue to watch this and see if we cannot get an expansion to the upside. If you're being very conservative, the same levels still apply from prior range information, which is that 40.3K ultimately needs to be regained. You can see why. If you get above 40.3K, at a minimum, you've got 42.5 on your hands. I would anticipate if we can do that. Obviously, you're targeting 42.5. There are some single prints up there as well that would further support that we could be going higher at that point. But again, this is kind of an if-then. I would be a little bit more cautious on this just because this has been a pretty tight range. And so I'm really waiting on a confirmation before I do anything to overcommitted, I guess I should say. That'd be the proper etiquette there, is overcommitment. So yeah, guys, easy enough. You lose 37.7. We look to the low of the range. We know that that's coming in somewhere around 35K. Realistically, though, I'd be looking at that as just a pit stop before lower prices. To the upside, looking to see if we can't be living above $39,157. Live above that, you can challenge 40.3K. If you get above 40.3K, you will find acceptance into some old single prints here. I think this is what I was looking for earlier, and that would actually initiate moves higher. Okay, so then we would have something to say that the validation that we're looking for maybe a range rotation back to the highs of the range is on the table. There are a level or two in between. You've been given those before, right around here, around 41,850, that I would keep an eye on. But realistically, I would be looking to take this back to the highs of the range, take some profits along the way. And overall range, guys, you guys know that 47,707 is still just the absolute monster level that I'm looking for to the upside to get reclaimed for macro bullish scenarios. But you do have the immediate hurdle from just a structural standpoint here at the highs at 44,560. You can't really see this level until you see the move up materialize, which means stair-stepping it up from 40.3, 41,850, 42.5. Then I am looking up to 44,560. Need to see that resolution to get any kind of a move out of this. And then from there, well, I mean, we have an old range. We have old range data that we would be looking into. And I think that that would be the way to go about it, is just take it level to level here, guys. Take it range to range, as we like to do on this channel. And take the easy trades when they come to us. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I know this was a longer video for TikTok, but they're allowing me to do 10 minutes. I'm going to try to keep them to 7 minutes because I do cross post on YouTube. Link to the Discord is in the bio. As always, guys, I know everybody's looking for an exchange, so if you made it this far, I'm going to shill. There is a link to Bybit. That is my preferred exchange. I do use a VPN for that because I'm in the US, but there is no KYC. And I think they have one of the best fee schedules on the market, as you can receive a rebate rather than paying a fee for opening up positions in some instances. So that is all I've got for you guys. Do me a favor, follow, like, comment, share, and I will catch you guys in the next breakdown.